Kazakhstan is one of the most active members of the United Nations. This has been said in New York, Vienna, Geneva, Paris, Bangkok, in general, in all cities where the World Organization's offices are located. The country was very active in 2019 as well. Kazakhstan has taken part with the UN in the areas of ensuring peace, security, and sustainable development, which require constant attention. The Jusan humanitarian operation has also been recognized. The country shared with its partners valuable experience in handling the return of its citizens from war zones. Other peacemaking initiatives have also been developed by Kazakhstan. In 2019, for the first time, the country presented a progress report on the achievement of the UN Sustainable Development Goals.
У нас нет никакого сомнения, что очень тесное сотрудничество между Казахстаном и Организацией Объединенных Наций будет продолжаться. Есть все предпосылки для этого. We have
no doubt that the close cooperation between Kazakhstan and the UN will continue, given that there are all indications for this. We highly appreciate the very important contribution of Kazakhstan's work to our organization and the implementation of its priorities, especially now in terms of multilateralism and international law. I think that the support of Kazakhstan is very important, since it has been promoting peaceful international relations on the basis of international law and mutually beneficial cooperation for many years.
Огромную поддержку как раз международным отношениям, мирным международным отношениям на базе международного права, на базе взаимовыгодного сотрудничества.
Kazakhstan and the United States have signed the Open Skies Agreement. The agreement complies with regulations of the International Civil Aviation Organization and obliges both governments to maintain high standards of aviation security. Foreign airlines will soon fly through Kazakhstan, and this will increase the competition amongst airlines and reduce the airfares. In addition, the Open Skies policy allows foreign airlines to fly to third countries via the cities of Kazakhstan. Moreover, Central Asian region will be more connected to the world, while the Astana International Financial Center will increase the transport accessibility. Kazakhstan has introduced a 3-year open skies policy for foreign airlines at 11 airports in the country, starting November 1st last year.
The trade value between Kazakhstan and Israel amounted to almost $1.5 billion in 2019. The two countries plan to strengthen cooperation in different areas of the economy to increase bilateral trade. The prioritized fields of partnership are agriculture, information technologies, social entrepreneurship, and others. In particular, the countries are eager to not only exchange best practices in agricultural sector, but also create a joint investment fund.
Один из самых больших проектов, который сейчас обсуждается, это создать фонд.
One of the largest projects which are being discussed at the moment is the creation of an investment fund. The fund, which will hold investments from local and Israeli international investors, will be used for the development of agriculture in Kazakhstan. The country's agricultural industry is very well developed, and supplies are being made to Russia, China, and the Middle East. We want to increase the production of greens, vegetables, and meat in Kazakhstan.
Зерновые и также мясо.
Kazakhstan and Israel are expanding cooperation in culture as well. Experts opined that film screenings will contribute to the strengthening of the relations and bringing people from the two countries even closer. Israeli movie The Wedding Plan was presented in Nur Sultan recently. It was premiered at the 73rd Venice Film Festival. The film received various awards and positive feedback from film critics. People from Kazakhstan watched the film in the original language with English subtitles. Uzbekistan will soon launch rail transportation to Georgia and Azerbaijan. The agreement on the transit trains was signed in Tashkent during the meeting of railway managers from Azerbaijan, Georgia, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. The transit lines will be developed based on the international multimodal route crossing Asia-Pacific, China, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Europe. Common standards will be introduced to ensure the quick admission and registration of container trains, while unified tariffs will also be created. Trade volume between Central Asian countries and the Caucasus is expected to be increased with the launch of the transit trains. Tajikistan will implement 11 investment projects in the field of transportation, worth $8.5 billion, according to the country's ministry's data. Active reconstruction and building of new highways are being carried out throughout the country. The seventh bridge on the Panj River between Tajikistan and Afghanistan is also planned to be built. Uzbekistan and Russia are conducting joint projects worth $25 billion. The trade value between the countries has increased by 1.5 times in the last 2 years. In the first 11 months of 2019, the trade value between the two countries amounted to $5.8 billion. Kazakh Ministry of Trade plans to increase the number of export products from the country. The list includes 90 trade products. The strategic export markets are Central Asian countries. According to the ministry, the country has signed 61 agreements worth more than $300 million, which includes delivering more products to European Union and the United States. The trade value is expected to exceed $2 billion based on preliminary estimates. Winter tourism is one of the priority sectors for the development of Kyrgyzstan's economy. There are more tourists who are interested in the specialized type of tourism every year. Ular Turusbekov has been interested in skiing for 4 years. He went to one of the ski resorts in the country to ski and also teach beginner skiers.
Мы приехали на горнолыжную базу, чтобы обучить наших граждан и гостей.
We arrived at the ski resort to train our citizens and tourists how to ski. We were invited as volunteers. There is a great atmosphere here today. We all like it. We encourage our citizens to actively take part in such events and also to be actively involved in sports.
Активно участвовать в таких организациях и заниматься активным спортом.
This year, the winter season in the country is opened later due to the reduced snowfall. 16 ski resorts out of 22 are ready to welcome tourists.
Зимний туризм, он развивается.
The winter tourism is developing. About 80 to 100,000 tourists arrive to our country, mainly from Kazakhstan and Russia, for 4 months per year.
Разные туристы, в основном это Казахстан, Россия.
Experts highlighted that all the necessary infrastructure is created for active winter tourism at the ski resorts. The service quality was improved as well as its range was expanded. For example, new mountain road and cableway were opened in this resort for skiing and snowboarding fans. The tourists highly appreciated the gift.
Наши склоны позволяют проводить даже соревнования мирового класса.
We can hold world-class competitions at our ski resort. Ski tourism is very capital intensive and it is a long process. It could not be done very quickly. However, we work hard and try to provide the tourists with high-quality services as well as improved conditions of our ski resort.
Сервиса все лучше и лучше делать наши склоны.
Kazakhstan is among the best countries for fans of active and adventure tourism. According to British Backpacker Society, the country is 5th in the ranking of must-visit states in 2020. These were the results of the vote of international experts in the field of tourism. The study has been conducted since 2010. Analysts say that adventure tourism is becoming a global trend, especially among the younger generation. Travelers more often choose unknown and unexplored destinations, seeking to gain a unique experience.
Для бэкпекеров очень много мест для их посещения. То есть это, во-первых, Алматинский, в принципе, Алматинская область, город Алматы и Алматинская область.
We have a lot of places for backpackers to travel to. This includes Almaty and Almaty region. There are a lot of natural sites worth visiting in this region. Among them are Charin Canyon, mountains, our wonderful mountain lakes, and national parks. Western Kazakhstan should be noted as well. It is also rich with unique natural sites such as Ust-Yurt Plateau, Bozjira, and Turish. This is exactly what a backpacker needs. Not every country has such wonderful places to travel to that were beautifully created by nature itself. In this regard, the nature of eastern Kazakhstan is also attractive as well as Burabai. These are the top destinations that will attract backpackers like magnet.
Восточного Казахстана, которая не менее прекрасна, да, по своей красоте, и Бурабай. Вот эти топовые направления, они, в принципе, и являются тем магнитом, который будет привлекать бэкпекеров.
Meanwhile, local experts emphasize that Kazakhstan is attractive to foreign tourists not only due to its unique nature. The travelers have the opportunity to enjoy a variety of tourist activities related to both winter and summer leisure. Most of all, foreign tourists are interested to learn about the distinctive culture of nomads of the Great Steppe. This is possible through the popularization of national sports, way of life, and cuisine. Continuous research by Kazakh historians sheds light on unexplored parts of history of the land of the Great Steppe, which has many secrets and mysteries. Archaeologists have recently made a sensational discovery in northern Kazakhstan. They have found artifacts of the 14th century that belong to the Golden Horde era. Remains of 7 mausoleums were discovered near villages of Karatal and Bereke. Archaeologists said that the tombs belonged to representatives of the Jochi Khan dynasty. Traces of irrigation canals, remains of kilns, fragments of ceramic dishes, golden jewelry and other artifacts indicate that livestock breeding, farming and crafts were developed on the territory of medieval settlements. This is the first archaeological finding of its kind in our territory, and you can see how grandiose it is. I was amazed when the place was cleared out. There was such a production process on our steppe. This proves and shows such a high level of development. Another burial with belongings of an elderly woman was found in North Kazakhstan. The unique archaeological findings that were discovered on the eve of the 750th anniversary of the Golden Horde are considered as symbolic. Researchers said that the excavation will be continued. Becoming the winner of 100 New Faces of Kazakhstan project is both a great honor and a huge responsibility, said those who were voted as the best of the best. Among the winners are teachers, doctors, athletes, and entrepreneurs. One of the contestants who were among the winners based on the results of the vote is Astel Baymukanova. The ecologist studies the behavior of Caspian seals and focuses on maintaining the number of the animals.
Именно с тех времен, когда я узнала, что на самом деле животные исчезают, для меня это стало огромным шоком еще в детстве.
It was a huge shock for me as a child to learn that these animals do disappear. When I saw the Caspian seals for the first time, they crawled towards me, like they were welcoming and greeting me. We recognize each other. These are observant and curious animals. They are also curious as to who is swimming next to them. Therefore, they are always near me. I realized that I want the seals to remain in the Caspian Sea, and it is in our capability to save this endangered species.
Что я хочу, чтобы они оставались на Каспии, что в наших силах их сохранить.
Dina Baitasova is also one of the winners of the 100 New Faces of Kazakhstan national project in the field of culture. Having experience and international education as an art expert, she promotes young local artists who are involved in the contemporary art. She organizes shows and exhibitions in Kazakhstan and abroad. The events have become a great opportunity to showcase her talents. Currently, the art expert has begun preparing for the upcoming art show festival.
Этот проект, мне кажется, хорошая возможность рассказать о художниках, об арт-сфере, об этой деятельности.
This project is a good platform to talk about artists, the art field, our activities, and the challenges that we face. Today, a contemporary artist is an innovator. He is an inventor. The artist is a multifaceted person who shows how comprehensive the world around us is. Art is a reflection of our world, which captures not only beautiful moments but the challenges as well. The artist today is an ambassador who can tell about Kazakhstan and its culture.
Который может пойти в мир и рассказать о том, что есть такая страна Казахстан, есть такая культура.